Hello YouTube, this is Total War Seraphim bringing you the fourth game from our FIB tournament. That is the Faction Inheritance Battle. This battle is being played between Chikifco, playing as Macedonia, and Zirteh, playing as Carthage. I apologize to either player if I've mispronounced your name. Now let's jump right onto the game, huh? Alright, so the first army we're going to look at is Chikifco's playing as Macedonia. He's got a militia hoplite, a royal peltist, Thessalian cav for the right flank, a levy pikeman, Thessalian cav, slingers, aspis companion cav, levy pikeman, archers, levy pikeman, archers, standard, levy pikeman, another archer, aspis companion cav, Thessalian, levy pikeman, royal peltist, general, and Thessalians for the left flank. Now we're going to take a look at Zirteh's army. He's playing as Carthage. He has a Carthaginian cav, Libyan javelin, mercenary Italian swordsman, late Libyan hoplite, mercenary Cretans, mercenary Samnites, African pikemen, general's bodyguard, Libyan infantry, mercenary Cretans, African pikemen, mercenary Samnites, mercenary Cretans, mercenary companion cavalry, Carthaginian cavalry, late Libyan javelin, mercenary Italian swordsmen, late Libyan hoplites, and lastly a Carthaginian cav to round out the right flank. As I've said more than a few times, I really like the Thessalians. They're very comparatively cheap and make an excellent shock cavalry. These Cretans, though, really could turn the tide of battle if they're used properly. So we can see both players are basically just looking at each other's armies, trying to figure out best optimal position. The Thessalians are here positioned on the flanks, the aspis right in the middle. It's really nice to see the aspis being brought. I believe there was a price reduction, and so its large mass is definitely going to be useful. I like this too in that Zirteh has attempted to create a semi-independent flank on the left side. It is actually very similar to what I've tried in games before. I normally put my Libyans out on the flanks as well with a Balearic and a late Carthaginian hoplite. I find sometimes it works, sometimes it does not. But it's a work in progress. So he's moving up the late Libyans and just normally catching up here on the line. Again, Chikifco is content to move slowly. He's walking his troops up, attempting to make sure they don't become fatigued too early on. Again, I think both players are just eyeballing each other at this point, trying to figure out what will be the best strategy. These standard archers I don't expect will hold up to the Cretans. I believe the Cretans can pretty much shoot anything on the field at will, and I give that advantage to Zirteh playing as Carthage. But the Thessalians of Macedonia, Chikifco's selection, certainly can turn that tide very, very quickly. So here Chikifco is moving up his line to the left side, but in doing so he's exposing the flanks of his archers and his hoplites, and the Macedonians are opening fire accordingly. They seem to be just shy of hitting their range, so they're pulled out here a little bit dangerously, a little bit carelessly, especially with those Thessalians on the field. Yeah, he realizes it and he starts to pull them back. I think he is rightfully scared of the cavalry charge from really any direction from the Thessalians. So now the left flank has become perilously close for both players, but Chikifco, Zirteh has not decided to take the cav engagement, and now we can see the Thessalians charging in here, and I'm sure he was microing elsewhere, or his attention was elsewhere, but it looks like they're going to get just a bit of a counter charge at the end, but I don't think it's going to matter much. 67 men left on that one, on the Carthaginian cav. And quite a few losses on the other. The two pikemen come out here to face each other. It looked like the royal peltist wanted to get into it, but then saw the pikes and thought better of it. The aspis is being wheeled up the middle and is taking substantial fire from the Cretans. Has to be careful there, but it is going to get a clean charge into these mercenary Italians who are not exactly braced. Get a slight jab volley off, but otherwise are going to take a full hit, almost 30 men off the charge. They continue through all the way to the skirmishers, and these two pikemen are coming together to form an odd pike angle. The Royal Peltis opens up on the Carthaginian cavalry and almost breaks it immediately. The Thessalians helping out in that engagement, but also getting hit with friendly fire. The Aspis have definitely moved into the realm, but now get countercharged by the Carthaginian cavalry. The pikes for Chikifco move up the center and try to cut off the angles. The mercenary Cretans are still firing, but it looks like they're having a hard time choosing a good target. Instead, they target these levy pikemen, which is probably a target of opportunity, but not the greatest target. The pikes are rushed up in an attempt to catch this mercenary Italian sword off guard, and they do, in fact. And again, here we see the pikes acting as they do. The African pikemen get the better of that engagement, but allow the Aspis another clean charge into these mercenary Samnite warriors. The mercenary Samnite warrior on the left flank is taking a hail of fire from the standard archers, but the standard archers will take quite a while to deal the amount of damage they do. Out here on the left flank, Zirteh seems to have not microed his left flank so well. He might have forgotten it. Here we have two collisions between two units, and the pikes then go into this kind of awkward position. The Libyan infantry is attempting to get in here and do some damage, and it'll do well if maybe it can manage to get into shield wall. So the Royal Peltis and the Aspis are chasing off this Carthaginian cav and have actually made it into it. So as the Carthaginian pulls away, he's going to take major losses. The Thessalians make it into the skirmishers. And here the Libyan infantry is going to get charged from a Thessalian, or excuse me, from an Aspis, which will do very well in that battle as well. The Thessalians here are looking eyeball to eyeball with this mercenary Samnite who's being shot. And again, the left flank is now finally beginning to be microed for Zirteh. These Aspis are clearly engaged with the mercenary Campania, and that'll be a fight to the death, no doubt. But the general is near to support. The Thessalians make it into the skirmishers, and as always, the Thessalians are extremely cost-effective and do extremely well in this type of engagement. They're an excellent unit. They will lose men off the charge, but you can guarantee that it's going to deal damage to whatever it hits. These Thessalians look like they're getting ready for a rear charge against this mercenary Samnite warrior. So again, the mercenary Campanias are still busy with the Aspis. The Libyan infantry is making its way into this fight to help out the Carthaginian Zirteh's general. This Carthaginian cav has made it all the way into the Macedonian backlines, is now chasing the skirmishers off. And the left flank of Zirteh is now having to be peeled back towards the center, but it's a bit far and it's a bit late. They don't seem to be able to get in position to help or support the fight in any real meaningful way. And again, I don't mean this to be mean or anything like that. I'm simply saying what I see. So the Thessalians are going to come in for a nice clean charge against this general's bodyguard, and they won't probably do well in extended melee, but they will cause quite a bit of damage off the charge. And this Aspis is coming in to support, and that will clean up that fight, no doubt. These other Thessalians are brought in to support, but thinks twice about it, and the general bodyguard for Zirteh is already breaking, which is going to cause a substantial morale loss all across the lines. These Carthaginian cav have been caught by the Aspis, and now there's a hoplite coming in to help. This Aspis has also been caught by a hoplite unit, but that hoplite unit has taken substantial damage and is having trouble keeping up with the cavalry. Here, the Aspis are brought into a charge into the right side of these mercenary Italian swordsmen, who are going to really substantially suffer. The skirmishers, the Cretans, are opening them up on the Macedonian, but also causing substantial friendly fire. Carthaginian cavalry is peeled away to attack the skirmishers, but the skirmishers respond almost immediately and focus fire on it. The Thessalian goes in for a charge against both of the Cretans, and again, that's a great target. This skirmisher is being sacrificed in an attempt to stop the Carthaginian cav. I like that move very much. It allows him to fan out and fire at all different angles while he sacrifices a single unit. Going into hoplite, well, this hoplite is able to take out the Thessalian, but I'm sure that Thessalian has already paid for itself many times over. The Carthaginians are starting to see the morale losses of their army all across the line. It looks like the writing's on the wall that this game's not going to last too much longer. Carthaginian cav is going to attempt to come in here for a rear charge, or perhaps it's targeting the Aspis. Either way, I don't imagine that it would stand up for very long. This Aspis is forgotten about and takes substantial fire before it's finally pulled away. The Cretans getting their angry little shots in while they can. They're being chased off by the Royal Peltis. This Aspis companion Aspis cavalry is attempting to do its best at the moment. The pikes again doing what they do best, creating defensive formations, but unable to push back against the offensive capabilities of the Macedonian, of Chikifco's army. This Aspen companion is beginning to lose this fight, but it has support incoming and it stabilizes, which I find very interesting. The support units will definitely clean up pretty much anything that's there, provided that Aspis can probably stay in that fight. The entire group starts to waver as the support units come in. And as such, they're able to take out one Carthaginian unit, while the pikes come up again to form their defensive or semi-offensive positioning, and the last Carthaginian unit breaks. So as I see it, the mercenary Cretans of Zirteh got very few kills, relatively few kills, 41, 80, 63, whereas the Thessalians of Chikifco were able to do what they needed to do quite cost effectively. 263 kills, 192, 153, the Aspis 293. His Royal Peltis did extremely well, 278. One Peltis not doing too well with 64. Hoplites did substantially well for them. The pikemen even did fairly well. The Samnites here for Zirteh did fairly well as well. 260 kills, 103. The pikes doing fairly well. I wanted to thank both players, Chikifco and Zirteh, for playing in the FIB tournament. I really appreciate it, and I hope you definitely had fun. This is Total War Seraphim signing off. Be well.